Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you are all well and welcome back to the channel. Today you can join me on a visit to Wat Phra Si Sanphet, Temple of the Holy, Splendid, Omniscient. It was the holiest temple on the site of the old royal palace in Thailand's ancient capital of Ayutthaya until the city was completely destroyed by the Burmese in 1767 during the Burmese Siamese War. It was the grandest and most beautiful temple in the capital, and it served as a model for Wat Phra Si in Bangkok. In 1350, Ayutthaya, also known as King Ramathibodi I, ordered the construction of a royal palace in the same area that Wat Phra Si Sanphet stands today. The palace was completed in 1351, and King Ramathibodi established Ayutthaya as the capital of his kingdom. The palace contained 3 wooden buildings named Phaython Mahaprasat, Phai Chayon Mahaprasat, and Aisiwan Mahaprasat. Upon finalization of the palace in 1351, he established Ayutthaya as his capital and was bestowed the title of King Ramathibodi I. In 1448, King Baramatrail Kanat built a new palace to the north and converted the old palace grounds to be a holy site. His son, King Ramathibodi II, added 2 stupa, which in Thailand are known as chedis. Built in 1492, where the ashes of his father, King Baramatrail Kanat, and his brother, King Baramacha III, were buried. In 1499, a viran, or hall of worship, called Vihara Loang Royal Chapel, was built on the palace grounds. King Ramathibodi II gave orders for a gigantic image of Buddha to be cast and installed in Wat Si Sanphet. This image of Buddha was 16 meters high, covered in gold, and the pedestal was 8 meters in length. The core of the statue was made of bronze and weighed approximately 64 tons. The surface was covered with approximately 343 kilograms of gold. The statue took more than 3 years to complete. This statue, called Phra Si Sanphet, was the main object of veneration within the royal chapel. Another chedi was built under King Baramacha IV in 1529 to enshrine his father's ashes, King Ramathibodi II. Later, more constructions were added by King Narai. It's not sure if the monodops between each chedis were added during that time. In 1630, King Narai added a cross-shaped vihara just west of the platform supporting the 3 chedis. This vihara is known now as Prasat Phra Narai. The architecture is inspired by a mix of European style for the shape, while the pointed arched windows are influenced by Indo-Persian architecture. In 1742, under King Burmese, the temple was again renovated. Unfortunately, the city of Ayutthaya, including the temple compounds, were completely destroyed in the Burmese invasion in 1767, with the exception of the three chedis that can be seen today. In 1767, the Burmese conquered the capital of Ayutthaya and began the extensive destruction and looting of numerous temples and other buildings, including the Wat Phra Si Sanphet. They set the building on fire and melted the gold. 2 chedis were destroyed in the process, while the eastern chedi was still standing. All were restored by the Fine Arts Department in 1956. Wat Phra Si Sanphet was the royal temple. It was exclusively used by members of the royal family. When Wat Phra Si Sanphet was used for royal ceremonies, monks had to be invited since no monks lived there. In the final stage, before its destruction, the temple was an impressive structure. Additional facilities were located on a raised platform. The 3 chedis, which are today the only buildings which have been restored, all other foundations are still preserved. The chedi is built in a classic Ceylonese design that is reminiscent of a bell. In every direction, small chapels are recognised, which lead to steep stairs. The roofs of the chapels are in turn topped with a miniature chedi. Each of the 3 chedis is on the eastern side assigned a mandap where Buddha's footsteps are believed to be. The terrace of the Chedi with mandap was surrounded by a cloister, Phra Rabin. In each case, a hall was built in the west and in the east, an arrangement as can be seen in many temples in the country today. The building in the west actually consisted of 4 individual vihan, which were arranged in a cross shape to a mandap around. The building to the east was the Vihan Loang, the biggest building of the temple. In it stood the statue of Phra Si Sanphet Phutta, which gave the name to the temple. Symmetrically around the Vihan Loang were grouped 4 other halls. North was a Vihan, which was a bit smaller than the Vihan Loang, yet large enough to accommodate the more than 10-meter high statue of Phra Phutta Lokanath. East front was the Phra Korn Thong Tinang Throne Hall. Symmetrically stood south of the Vihan of Loang, Vihan Pa Le Li, in which probably was a seated Buddha statue. Around the entire complex there drew a high perimeter wall. 4 gate passages in the 4 directions offered access to the temple. Inside along the wall were alternately small chedis and low pavilions, also known as sala. Of these small chedis, some have remained to this day. These are the main chedi that occupy the central location of the whole complex. They have to be seen in person really to appreciate their full beauty, and I would highly recommend a visit to this temple if you are in the area. And here you can see examples of the smaller chedis around the outer perimeter and the main perimeter wall and the small inner pavilions. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching until the end. Please look out for my future coming videos, which will be released very soon, including my trip to Koh Kay Phin Kan, otherwise known as James Bond Island, and the time I spent in Vietnam. Once again, thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed, please consider subscribing, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.